Hello VC, welcome to another singles episode, this time Van Halen and David Lee Roth singles. First one is Running with the Devil, Eruption. And as you can see from that the sleeve isn't the original, but I believe that this is the first UK pressing because of the label. Of all the years that I have traveled in other countries, I have bought a very few singles, mostly because I always make a beeline for the album, so I mostly don't even remember to look at the singles. So my guess is that I have bought maybe half a dozen singles from other countries, and this next one is one that I do remember. It's "And a Cradle Will Rock, Everybody Wants Some," and I bought this one from London. I don't remember which trip it was, which year it was, but I do remember the store. It was one of those chain stores in London that sold second-hand records. Record and Tape Exchange, I guess it was called. Yeah, great single. And this next one was my first Van Halen single. It's Italian pressing, Mean Street, Push Comes to Shove. It's possible that the store from which I bought this one was called Mean Street. They took the name from this song, but I wouldn't put too much money on me remembering correctly. But what I do remember is that the store was the same store that a few years later I bought my very first CD from. Oh Pretty Woman, Happy Trails, Dancing in the Street, Where Have All the Good Times Gone. This is the thing that I really don't like. This is a German pressing. I really hate it when the sleeve has pictures of other artists' records. These are some German artists. There's Cars, there's Neil Young, there's Foreigner. I really don't like this kind of thing. Jump, House of Pain, Panama, Girl Gone Bad, Hot for Teacher, Little Dreamer. I remember when I found this, I was like, that's a really odd shape of a sleeve, and it took me years to find out that there was actually supposed to be a poster here, and it took me a lot of years until I finally found a copy with the poster. So now I have it with both the poster and without the poster. And in all of the years buying records, I have never bought a record without remembering that I already have it. But with this next one, I'll Wait, Drop Dead Legs. This one I bought without remembering that I already have this one. I only found out when I had bought this and listened to it, and I was filing it away with the rest of the Van Halen singles, that I found out that I have it already. I'll Wait. And the reason why I didn't remember that I already have it is most likely because it's got the same sleeve as Panama, and it's got the same rear sleeve, and it's got the same B-side. Girl Gone Bad is on both of these. So yeah, the only time that I have bought a record twice without remembering that I already have it. So it was time for a lineup change, and it became Van Hagar. So the first one, Why Can't This Be Love, Get Up, shaped picture disc. And I have always loved this song, Why Can't This Be Love. I still think it's great. I love it. I think it's most likely the best song that the lineup ever did. So yeah, great opening. So next one was Dreams, Inside, Love Walks In, Summer Nights. And this next one, I remember when I found this, I was like, finally a Van Halen single with a rarity on it. Best of Both Worlds, Best of Both Worlds live. And the live version is taken from the Live Without a Net video. When I bought this, the video had not been released in Finland yet, but based on the text here, it says from the Van Halen home video Live Without a Net. I'm guessing that it already had been released in the US, but it hadn't been released here. So at least for a minute, I had a Van Halen rarity. And I did like all of these A-sides, but I didn't like the B-sides. I actually listened to this one just a few months ago, and I thought the inside the B-side here was just rubbish. So I haven't had much interest in listening to these B-sides again, but maybe I should. I've been thinking about giving the 5150 a chance, but if I recall correctly, these singles include all of the songs bar one from the album. But yeah, we used to have during summers we had concerts here in one of the parks, and I used to attend those quite often. And between bands, because there was always several bands playing during the day, they always played music from the records. So one summer I was there and I suddenly started listening to it. What is this? And it took me, I don't know, maybe 2 songs before I realized that it's Van Halen. And I thought that was just awful. That was just rubbish. They were playing the new album OU812. So that's why I had completely lost interest on them. And I've seen this one, When It's Love, loads of times, but I've never had any interest for this one. Until a few weeks ago, I was on YouTube watching videos, and for some reason, onto the side onto the feed, there came up Van Halen's video, and it said A Political Blues, and I was immediately that's the Little Feat song, and I had to listen to it if that's the same song, and it was. And so when I found out that it's on this single, When It's Love, A Political Blues, I had to buy this. I think it's a decent version. It's a decent cover version, but it's not the best cover version that I have heard of the song. But yeah, could you have that one in my collection? Although I haven't bought any of the Van Hager albums, I have the FUCK album. But these days I'm at least interested to hear the rest of the album. So who knows? Maybe I will. But then onto the David Lee Roth singles. And this is the only 12-inch that I have, California Girls, 2 different versions of it. And it says, includes poster, but my copy doesn't include poster. For some reason, I don't have the Just a Gigolo single. I don't know why, because I do remember that back in the day I saw it several times, but for whatever reason, I don't have it. But I have to have it. So the official opening of his solo career, Yankee Rose, Shy Boy, shaped picture disc. I thought this was just brilliant. I love this one. I love both of these songs. I love the whole album. Great album. And that's why I guess I bought the 7-inch also, Yankee Rose, Shy Boy. And I bought all of the singles, Going Crazy, Loco del Calor, Spanish version of the song Going Crazy. And that's live, Bump and Grind. I'm Easy, Ladies Night in Buffalo. Yeah, I think the See the Man Smile is just a brilliant album. I love it. So, onto the following album, Skyscraper. Their first single release was Just Like Paradise, back with The Bottom Line. This was a disappointment back in the day. I mean, I understand that it's a catchy song, but it was just too commercial to me. But yeah, back then this was a disappointment. These days I do like the song more, but I still think it's the weakest track on the album, Skyscraper. But this next one is just what the title says, Damn Good, back with Skyscraper. Yeah, I think it's great song, multi-layered acoustic guitars. Yeah, brilliant song, damn good. As is the whole album. with the exception of Just Like Paradise. And then came coming up to the next album, A Little Ain't Enough. Single release, A Little Ain't Enough, spelled differently, the album title. Back with Baby's on Fire. Didn't care much for this, so when I bought this one and bought the album, I wasn't really interested. I very rarely listen to it, and I think it's okay, but I'm not that crazy about it. I much prefer the first two albums. So I wasn't going to buy anything more, but I went to see him live and I bought the tour book, and it said the next single release was Sensible Shoes, back with A Little Ain't Enough again. Yeah, this is, in my opinion, easily the best song on the album, so I had to have it. But I do remember that I had trouble finding this single. But yeah, great song from otherwise somewhat average album. But yeah, that's it for this time. Hope you like this singles episode. See you next time. Bye.